So Merc is back.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about a couple of like AI things that came up this week that I think are really cool. People, all of us are complaining about AI art and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, it's a, after the Sora stuff, this was actually a very welcome addition this past week. But Merc is, he's working on a new plugin called, I believe it's Airen 4D. But basically, it's a direct link to, I'm not sure what.
Probably some stable diffusion backend.
Probably stable diffusion or something like that. But for me, I think this is awesome. It's a great way to like iterate or something like that. I think what would be, it's a great way to, art direct your AI art and stuff like that so that you can actually go through and like create something really quickly and iterate and art direct. I also think, and I think I saw this in one of his other posts, where it will, after you find the one that you want, you can then project that texture onto your actual stuff, which I think is really cool.
That was a different thing, right? That was some other tool someone was developing, I thought.
No, I think this is still Merc. I think it's got the ability to add that in after the fact. It's like, okay, cool. This is good. Now let's go ahead and project that texture onto our actual geometry so that we can then animate it from there. Okay. Which is really, that's pretty rad.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be great for artists, especially the art directability of it to be able to easily iterate. And then another thing that I really liked, I saw
by
this
the
one
way,
on TikTok,
before we move away from Merc,
I
am glad that they upgraded his AI so he could get back to work.
Yes. Yeah, it's good to have Merc back. Yeah. I knew whatever he did was going to be awesome, and I have a feeling this is going to be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So the other thing that we found this week that I really liked, it's called Gligen, I believe. So it's, again, I think the biggest thing that with AI and using it in a workflow is going to be art directability. Like Sora, yes, looked awesome, but where's the art direction on that? It's just stock photos. Once you can fully art direct something like that, it's going to be awesome. And then I think that's probably where some of the jobs may start to move to is, more of like a art director or a creative director, people who understand art history and understand, basic design principles and stuff like that, who are able to actually direct this stuff. But the Gligen, it's pretty cool. So basically you give it a prompt, you tell it the things that you want in the scene. For example, this picture is like a woman and then a cat, and then you trace out where you want them to be or the size in relation as these little boxes and stuff. It's just really cool. And then on top of it, you can add like different styles. So someone put the Microsoft logo where it's just a flat design, or someone threw in, the Starry Night by Van Gogh.
A spatial prompt and an image prompt. That's
cool. Yeah. So it'll see the position and where you want it by the squares that you draw, and then you can also give it like an image and say match this particular style, which I think is really cool. It's nothing for video, it's all images, but if you're wanting to build something out, I think it's a really cool thing, and I think that's I don't know, like that's where I want to see it going. I want us to still keep the tools that we have and still keep the knowledge that we have and be able to more directly art direct something,
Right.
That's what will help be successful. Like the stuff that it's why I thought all the stuff that Adobe is doing with it is good, because the generative fill stuff is just fantastic. You can art direct so much easier with generative fill, and I don't think a lot of people I don't hear a lot of people getting pissed off about generative fill.
The best thing about generative fill is just circling something and hitting the button and it erases it.
Yes.
That's like the most 100%. Magical thing.
Or like I ran into this. I did some work for body armor a few weeks ago where like I had to get rid of like a logo on a basketball or something, and it's like I gotta match the shadows and everything, and it's like generative fill just does that. It just matches all the shadows. You know, you don't need to worry about it at all.
Yeah.
That's the type of stuff I want to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm super excited to have Merc back. That's great. I'm really excited about that plugin. That will be something I buy day one.